And I know when I was seeing tape behind your back, it really hurt you. But wake up, that was like 2 years ago, and since then you've done a hell of a lot worse. You lied to Tate about being pregnant with this baby, Sophia. You lied to everyone. You sexted those photos of me to Johnny. You literally tried ruining my life. God, you are so selfish, and you're so spiteful, and you're just a narcissistic bitch. And now that you tried attacking me, I'm done. Okay, I'm done feeling even the tiniest bit of sorry for you.
I don't know why Dr. Gregory felt like this was a great idea to have these two together in the same room. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for an all new episode recap of today's Days of Our Lives, January 19th, 2026. Happy MLK Day as well. Now, let's get into this recap because, like, honestly, this is not what MLK had in mind about people getting along, because this is the opposite. So anyways, Dr. Gregory felt like it was a great idea to call Holly over to talk to Sophia so that Sophia can get out any feelings. Maybe it might, strike her to really talk, even though we know she can talk, right? So she brought her over to see Sophia, to Sophia's dislike, right? And Sophia, all she wanted to do was really slap Holly. Holly apologized for everything that she's been through, and she hopes she can help with the recovery. But that just broke the straw. Now, Holly just decided to just tell Sophia what's really been on her mind. And she said, look, what happened with me and Tate from the beginning, like, I'm apologizing for that, but at the same time, that was 2 years ago. You need to move on, get with it. And at the end of the day, you did a lot of hurt to people. You let Tate believe that the baby you're carrying was his. You lied to a lot of people, and I'm done feeling sorry for you. Whatever you go through, that's what you're gonna go through here, and you're just an evil narcissistic bitch, honestly. And she just gave it to her, and all Sophia's over there doing is just making up those creepy faces that she loves to do. I know some people think that she's playing her part really well. I think so too, but I really get tired of looking at her face. If it's just really creepy, honestly. She's playing it really good if I think it's really creepy. Anyways, Holly leaves, and that didn't go well, and Dr. Gregory was hoping that it would go well. I don't know why she thought so, but she told Sophia that, look, is there anybody else that you can talk to? Because you can't talk to Rachel anymore. You can't use her to do your bidding. You have access to everything here. We'll do our best to help you, but you need to find somebody else to talk to. And she did write on the notepad that she hates Holly. We already knew that, but Dr. Gregory's glad that she's getting out her feelings, whether it's negative, but just not to hurt nobody physically. But she's glad that it's progress. Now, at some point, Sophia has her phone and she texts Melinda talking about she needs to see her. Now, moving on, Javi meets up with Leo basically to tell him that, look, one, the christening is happening today for little Trey, and that he's also leaving town. Now, Leah asks, why is it, last minute? Why is it rushed up to the day? Why is he finding out about it today? And Javi tells him the reason. And he said, Javi, you can't leave. We've been through too much already. And, we've been parents. We've gone through, us telling our own, history and everything. We've just had our wedding. We've said vows, I can't live like this. And Javi said that he had to go back to Texas to, take care of his father. And he's not sure if he's ever coming back. It's just a lot, and a lot has happened recently. And I'm saying, honestly, like I said before, Javi, you are driving more of a wedge between you and Leo more than Leo and Dimitri at this point, because you're letting Dimitri win at this point. Leo said that he wants to be with you, right? He might still have some unresolved feelings. He might still have a little feeling towards Dimitri, but you are who he wants to be with. He sees better with you. And, I feel like you're just giving up too easily, and then you're just highly emotional. I'm sick and tired of him just crying in every scene at this point. He's too overly emotional for me, honestly. I get you saying goodbyes and you're feeling a type of way, but Lord, this man can cry. Anyways, Leo just is not having it. Leo is saying let's try and talk this over, because we just took vows, we just had this wedding, we think you're going, but it didn't really go nowhere. Now Ari started to piss me off, and I'm gonna get into it and why, right? So she is coming back from a night in the town. She's stoned drunk, hangover, and Gabby recognized that, and Gabby said, maybe you need to take the day off, and she's just snapping on her mom, like overly snapping on her mom. And I don't understand why she have to be like so bratty all the time when it comes on to her mom. Anyway, she tells her mom to chill, and her mom just is trying to help. She told her not to stop at her. Rafe comes in at the moment. Rafe is saying like, do I need to be involved? But then he gets a call from Johnny. Johnny's telling him to he's inviting him last minute to basically come to Trace Kristen, because Javi is leaving and they don't want to leave him out of this. And Rafe agrees to come. Rafe also said that he he looked at the video, he thanks Johnny for it, and Johnny said, do you make out if there's a delivery, what kind of delivery it is? And Rafe hasn't gotten there yet. Now also Rafe tells Gabby and Ari what's going on with the christening, and Gabby agrees to come, but Ari has to be a little Debbie Downer. She has to be such a brat about things that she doesn't want to go. She has this thing with Holly, this Russian thing at the sorority, and she doesn't want to miss that, and she just doesn't want to be around Leo. And even though Gabby and Rafe are saying, you need to come, you need to support Javi, you need to support the baby, and she can't bring herself to it because she just can't stand Leo, and that he broke Javi's heart, and just he's a bad person, blah blah blah. And they're even suggesting like, you don't have to talk to Leo, just be there, right? She doesn't want to be there. She says she will go visit him another day or send another gift or whatever, and she tells him to tell Johnny and Chanel that she's not gonna come, right? Again, I don't see why she have to be so negative about Leo when it comes on to Leo. Like, you don't have to be his friend, but you can just put your feelings aside and just be there, right? When they told her about Javi going back to Texas, she immediately thought, oh, it's about Leo and what Leo did. And they told her, they shut her down easily and tell her that it's about his father. His father's ailing and he needs to be there, and that's why he's leaving, right? Now, at some point, Rafe told them that he is going to Alemania with Eli, basically to investigate Vivian and see what she knows, or see what's her involvement in this Demir kidnapping a month ago, right? And also, he's also gonna find out if Stefan is really dead or alive, just to also help Gabby with closure as well, because Gabby is feeling some type of way seeing the headstone, and she really wants to be clear on whether or not her ex-husband is actually alive or deceased. It's Trace Kristen Day, and Chanel and Johnny are getting ready for it. Paulina comes over with the Kristen gown that Chanel wore on hers, and just basically to give Trey that gown to wear as well. Now, at some point, Johnny takes over, does daddy duties, and Chanel and Paulina talk, and Paulina can sense that everything is good between them, and Chanel said yes, like he agreed to actually be there for me, be optimistic about our pregnancy, and just be supportive. And I'm just happy about that. I'm happy about today being the Christian ceremony. We were able to do it. At some point, Johnny comes out. Johnny tells them that a lot of people are not going to be able to make it because Marlena and Belle are out of town for a day trip. They won't be back in time. Also, his mom and sisters, they are elsewhere, so he'll send them videos. I didn't hear no mention of dad, but I guess they're not at that point to mention EJ at this point. Well, EJ is out of town, so it doesn't really matter, neither here nor there. So I was wondering, oh yes, I forgot, Theo is still in the hospital, so he couldn't have made it anyways. So they're just happy about how it's gonna how it's gonna go forward with the baby, and that was really it. Holly met up with Ari and gives her the rundown of what happened at Bayview, and she's surprised she went to Bayview, and she said, yeah, Sophia's doctor recommended me to come there to just help her be able to talk or just help her with her recovery. And I said okay, and it turned out really negatively, and Sophia decided to slap me, and Ari was surprised at that, and Ari's like, did she end up talking anyways? And she said no, not even a syllable. So she's just at this point doesn't care if she speaks ever again. She's just done. She just washes her hand off of her. Now Ari confided to her and said that she thought she saw Sophia walking the other night, and Holly saying I don't think she would escape out of Bayview. I don't think that's possible. And I said, maybe you're right. Maybe somebody else that looked like her, but it just was really creepy. And Holly thinks that, I wonder what will happen if Sophia comes out of Bayview. Like, is she gonna harm me? Like, that's something to really be concerned about. That was really their conversation between them today. So the Kristen is in full swing, and Leo and Javi show up. The Hernandez women show up. They're looking really nice. Everybody looks really great at this Kristen ceremony. And then Johnny Chanel and the baby show up. We finally see a human baby. It's been so long. And Trey's in his, Kristen gown, and the priest is there, and the priest just prays over the baby, prays over the parents, does the blessings, calls up the godparents, asks them if they're gonna, stand by what they, intend to do, to offer guidance, to support Johnny Chanel in their journey, and to be there for Trey in any way possible. And they both agreed to do so. At some point, Paulina and Abe, they leave, and it's time for Javi to say goodbye to everybody. He tells Trey goodbye, that he's gonna miss him, that he's always gonna be there, he's gonna be with him forever, and he enjoyed being his dad and now his godfather. Chanel thanks him for being there, and he thanks her for allowing him to have this final send-off with Trey. And she said, I wouldn't have had it without you. So he tells Gabby and Rave goodbye at this point, because he hates airport goodbyes, and he just decides to leave. Now Leo asks him for just a final conversation. He said, I have to leave, my flight is in a couple hours, I have to pack and all that. So Leo said, we really need to do this. So I said, okay, cool. So at some point, Johnny and Chanel, they close off the whole Christian ceremony, that they're just happy how things have really how things went. Now back to Leo and Javi. Javi said his goodbye to Ari, because Ari was already in the square, and that they're gonna miss each other, and that was it. Now back to him and Leo. Now Leo said that, look, I don't like how this is ending off. Like Javi said, look, I can't stay here. Like, there's nothing here anymore. I gotta leave. And Leo's like, no, you can't leave. Like, I'm not gonna allow that. So let's see how this goes, because at this point, I'm tired of Javi and his drama and his emotions all over the place. Like, I'm sick and tired of it now. So if we can just spare another episode with him crying crocodile tears, I would be so happy about that. But anyways, guys, that is it. Comment below your thoughts. Let me know. I'll see you.